There she goes. All right, Mr. Clerk, we ready?
We are, Mr. Mayor.
All right, so call the roll and we'll get started. This is our special meeting of, what is it, February 23rd, 2021.
Councilmember Abbott,
Here.
Councilmember Del Prado. I see her
I
there.
see her, she's here.
Councilmember Hokumer,
Here.
Vice Mayor Kraft,
He's
Mayor
calling in
Cordino.
2 minutes, by the way.
Who's that? I'm here.
Vice Mayor Kraft is calling in
There's
2
a
minutes.
quorum present, Mr. Mayor.
All right, let's see if we can beat him. So he sits there. Okay, so what do we do? Pledge allegiance? Let's do it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with
liberty and justice for all. All right, first on the agenda
The only
and
thing on
last.
the agenda is the zoning in progress issue.
Okay, what is,
Okay,
So
go ahead, Mitch.
at your last council meeting, the manager brought up that the staff is preparing zoning amendments to US 1 corridor to cover, among other things, the sign code, and asked that at that time you declare zoning in progress. And you did. I subsequently recommended that the village move forward with a more defined declaration of zoning in progress. The planning director's memo was in your packet and you all reviewed that so that you can see exactly the amendments that are under consideration. And so at this time, if you approve, I would recommend that someone makes a motion to declare zoning in progress and direct staff to bring forward the zoning amendments for first reading at the earliest possible time.
I'll make that motion and recommend that staff bring them forward for consideration at the earliest possible time.
do we have a list of the zone? Is there a second, by the way?
I'll second.
Okay, do we have anybody want to say anything about it? I do. Is there? Okay, go, Miss Manager Yossi.
Mr. Mayor, Council, what I would suggest is that we set a workshop to go over some of these things. Obviously, Steve's been working on this for over a year. Some council members have been more involved than others in the drafting of some of these recommendations. So I think it would be helpful that you all look at it in a workshop environment as opposed to, a live meeting. That would be my suggestion.
I would agree with that. All right. When do you want to, okay, so we, anybody else, any conversation on this? All right, so, Guido, do you have to call a roll? You're muted. We can't hear.
Councilmember Abbott,
Yes.
Councilmember Del Prado,
You're muted too. Del Prado.
What do you know? Yes.
Councilmember Hokumer,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kraft,
Yes.
Mayor Cordino.
Yes,
Motion carries, Mr. Mayor. Do you want to set a date for that first workshop to discuss the proposed amendments?
yeah, let's do that. Since we're here, when you guys, Biosi, when can you do it? You're muted. It's
Yeah, I just noticed that we're,
only been a year.
yeah. I think Steve will be prepared within the next couple of weeks. So if you want to do it for beginning of March, that would be fine.
What about the 11th? How long will it take? It's only zoning,
Yeah, I think,
possibly go wrong.
I think if you all can obviously, review this stuff and give us feedback between now and then, we could tighten things up if there's any, huge concern with anything that's been proposed. I think he's provided you with, at least the draft to date. So, If we can use that approach, then I don't suspect this should take longer than a couple, 3 hours at most.
Okay,
So if you do it in the morning, you could probably break by noon.
So Thursday, March 11th at 9 a.m.
yeah, that sounds good.
But Joe, remember, it might be a little longer because remember, we had talked about before that we were looking at some of the issues along US 1 and the zoning and
I don't
districts.
think we're doing that because we haven't done any of that we haven't done any workshops or talked with any.
Well, no, that's why I thought we were combining the workshops together with all those
Yeah.
together, or we're not.
Steve was going to have, we can have
Nobody's
multiple
informed me.
workshops, but he was going to have some land development recommendations to try to implement, kind of like transportation hub approach to density in certain properties along US 1. So, I mean, we can start the workshop, have 3 hours and then continue it later if you all want.
Well, remember,
Whatever, I
that's
just
going to
brought it
be,
up. Doesn't matter.
that's all right. Let's start there. I'll get with the manager and figure out where we're going. I mean, that you can't, it would be really difficult to change zoning on US 1 in a 3-hour workshop without any.
No, I'm not saying change.
Real
I'm just saying we need to start discussing openly. We could,
Oh, yeah.
along 82nd and
But that's exactly the place for the workshopping of the concepts and stuff like that. At least start that discussion there. Obviously, nothing gets approved until you have a full-blown public hearing.
yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's start then there.
The 11th
All right.
from 9 to 12?
Yes.
The 11th from 9 to noon.
Wonderful. Thank
All
you.
right. If there's nothing else, meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.